Hello and welcome to the next lesson. This time I'll finish explaining how to lock the transparent pixels in a layer. And in this case, the Lineart layer, so we can color those black lines and give a special finish to our illustration. As you see, when locking transparent pixels, you can only color the lines. So using different lines or the color palette we already have, we're going to try to color the black stroke so it resembles the color of the zone, only lighter or darker. Personally, I prefer a slightly more saturated color than the one in the zone. For example, now I'm working with a dark red magenta, so I'm going to try and saturate a bit more that color so it stands out. So it's not black and it's still the same tone with which we're working. So there's not much more mystery about it. It would be something like this. Just be careful not to color a line we're working on with a tone we don't want to. And, well, as you can see here, I'm working on the red tone I was telling you about. And the parts I have left, green and such, I'm going to use an unsaturated color. Using the color panel will lower its saturation. And as you see, these little strokes in the line art now have a similar tone to the base color of the drawing. And well, it's just being patient in case one decides to do a colored line art, because in this case it can be simpler because it's not a drawing with complex shapes or big, etc. And if you wish to do it, it brings a lot more original and bright touch that enlivens the drawing itself, so you can introduce those details. I don't have much more to say about this tool. Well, I mean, you don't have to use it exclusively for line art. It's just a way to select objects or flat shapes or strokes you might want to modify eventually, and you're interested in not painting outside the strokes or in reserving that zone. And well, in my opinion, it's a quite useful tool. There are many ways to achieve this, but this one is one of those which I use quite a lot for this specific purpose. And well, this would be the results of the colored line art along with the base color and the details of the shadows we introduced before. If you want to introduce any kind of extra modification later on, you'll be perfectly capable of doing so. It's just showing you more or less the results I got, which you can keep completing and putting on more details and all that. And nothing else. What else can I say? Well, now we would have the next phase, but before that, I would like to talk to you a bit more about the color. I'm going to group all these layers and I'm going to make a copy in order to work on it using Ctrl J. I can delete these already. It won't be of any use anymore. It was an attempt on doing the silhouette, but it wasn't of any help. So now we use Ctrl J, we get a copy. And using Ctrl U, we get the option to vary the tone of our original tone, as you see here. It generates some kind of random composition, changing the tones we already have, for example, like orange blue, green, and an even darker red, etc. I'll leave it like this because those are the colors I previously chose and I think they're fine. I like them and I'm happy with them. So the thing would be, from the copy, make another copy, lower the opacity, and that would be the one we'll work on to create the accessories for the doll. So for now, we have our character. The only thing left is work on the clothes. And well, that would be all. See you in the next lesson. I hope I helped you and see you next time.